So, Batman and Robin is the sequel serial to the original serial in 1943, this one coming out in 1949. Instead of the actors that portrayed the Caped Crusaders in that serial, this time around we have Robert Lowry as Bruce Wayne Batman and Johnny Duncan as Dick Grayson Robin. I must say, I liked Robert Lowry a lot more than Lewis Wilson, who played the first Batman. I liked Robert Lowry as Bruce Wayne more than Lewis Wilson, because for me, Robert Lowry kind of seemed less like a dick, whereas Lewis Wilson was more of a dick when he was trying to play up the whole, Bruce Wayne is a playboy type. It's a very fine line. It's very serious. When it comes to Robert's Batman, though, there's a lot to be desired. And as I said in my review for the first Batman serial, this is just the starting off point for Batman. So I wasn't really expecting much going into this either. What I can say, though, is that this time around we have Vicky Vale and Jim Gordon in this serial. They were missing from the first serial. So in this serial, we can start to see the Batman come into what we now know him today, with a lot of the same similar characters that we know, stuff like that. For this serial, though, there are differences in comparison to the first serial. For this one, it's not quite as heavy-handed with the war propaganda and the and focusing so much on the politics of the time. Just to quickly clarify my thoughts on the previous Batman serial, I just didn't like how it insinuated that the Batman was bred for war instead of being born from a brutal crime committed in a dark alley on home turf. Call me crazy, but I prefer it when our heroes are grounded in their own reality with their own problems instead of, dipping into the real world. That's the whole point of escapism, right? And that's why we watch these superheroes. This one focuses on a villain called the Wizard, who is a mysterious figure who we never see the identity of until the very end. And he seeks to take over Gotham by using a remote control machine that takes control over any moving vehicle and apparently people. That it wasn't to explain too well. With the mysterious villain, though, the Wizard, the mystery about who this villain is gave me some real Adventures of Captain Marvel vibes. The serial that came out in 1941, which I have reviewed. It was very similar to that, in that there was mystery built up throughout the entire thing about who this villain is. And I'll say this, it's not who you think it is. So there were some funny things that I noticed while watching this serial, some plot holes, some people in the background, and just the plain stupid, just a few things that I wanted to go through just for fun. And the first of them is that there's a moment in this serial where Batman offers to give Vicky Vale a ride back in the Batmobile. And all the Batmobile is just Bruce's car with the top over. That's it. So I was just wondering, at any point during that ride, was she like, I know this car? The next one is one of those background people where this one goon tells this other goon to stay back in the cave. And what he does is he just goes off and starts looking at the wall. These are some really interesting rocks. I'll admit, some of these serials are good. They're entertaining. But it's just hard to invest myself in something that looks so goofy. Other than that, guys, that is my review for Batman and Robin, released in 1949. In all honesty, it's better than the first one, and if I were to suggest to you to watch one of the two, it would be this one. So go up there and have a look and see if you like it. I will see you in my next video.